You guys voted, I made the video, so let's figure out why the heck Lord Eins can be found in The Devil is a Part-Timer. So you remember how back in the world of Ente Isla, Satan had appointed 4 demon generals to watch over his army? Well, I didn't realize that Lord Eins was one of the 4. Now, obviously, this was more than likely just a coincidence of appearances, since Overlord premiered well after The Devil is a Part-Timer, but technically, Overlord Volume 1 had been published, so it's not entirely impossible that this is a nod to Eins-sama. Then did you know that later on in Episode 1, you can spot a Harry Potter reference not so hidden in the background? Next we see the great hero Emilia confront Demon Lord Satan while wielding what is essentially a glorified butter knife, and then shortly after, they get picked up by the police. Our duo then gets attacked by an unknown sniper, and Emmy lost her wallet during the escape. After returning to the Great Devil's Castle, we see Satan lend Emmy some money, but did you notice that he pulled the money from his wallet, which was in his pocket the entire time? So why didn't he just give her the money to begin with, instead of bringing her all the way home? Anyways, in episode 3, we see the underground mall collapse, and in the English dub, Emmy says,
"Like the Godfather says, friends close and enemies closer."
Isn't it kind of odd that Emmy would be able to reference a movie from 1972, since they haven't really been on Earth all that long yet? Skipping to episode 5, we now find Emmy and Satan locked in a battle against Lucifer and Olba. Being the friendly neighborhood devil that he is, Satan puts up a barrier around the area to protect all the humans. Obviously this is magic, so we don't know exactly how it works, but Ashia just blew up a car which almost certainly had somebody inside it. Then it's interesting how Satan was struggling to hold up the highway a moment ago, but yet he's able to completely repair all the damages without any issues. Now with Lucifer defeated, he begins living at the Devil's Castle, where he can clearly be seen in the background of this scene, but somehow he is missing from the very next frame. Anyways, if you translate this right here, it says something like, "Go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this one." Suzuno then enters the story, and she fixes Satan a New Year's bento box which sends Chiho through the roof. Just so you know, a New Year's bento, aka Osechi Ryori, is considered one of the most important meals of the year, as each dish is meant to symbolize a different wish for the new year. These wishes can have many different meanings, but some examples would be good fortune, personal growth, good health, or even fertility. Hold up 1 second.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Now let's see if you can notice the problem with this next scene. Our lovely ladies ordered coffee, they sit down, talk for a bit, season their drinks, then leave. So did you notice it? If you pay attention, you will find that neither of them drank a single sip of their coffee the entire time. Next we have the episode with the definitely not KFC restaurant, followed up by the mandatory swimsuit episode. We will definitely be coming back to this episode in a moment. But for now, just allow me to point out that Lucifer just bought a Dark Souls game from what is essentially Amazon.com. Olba then escapes the hospital just before we cut to Emmy being magically tied up and tortured. Now if you're anything like me, you completely overlooked the fact that Emmy is being held up in the air in a way that is awfully similar to crucifixion. I know it's nothing crazy, but it just fits so perfectly into Sarael's Archangel character. And it's the small details like this that really make me love an anime. Next we see Olba and Lucifer have a conversation where Olba claims that he can get Lucifer back into heaven. But why would a mere human have the power and authority to control who does or doesn't make it into heaven? Now don't sit down, because you'll stand right back up when I blow your mind by pointing out that McDonald's is a reference to McDonald's. Moving on.
とにかく別れ話とかなら
それに靴も新品
そうなのかな
くれるかもって思って真央さん物は考えようよすいませんでした
何が
お待たせしましたダメだやっぱり大人っぽいなアルサさん
お客様どうぞ俺ちいちゃん
なんて夢
If you're wondering why this video was shorter than normal, well, there's a good reason for that. I can't find anything if it's not there to be found. That being said, be sure to check out my similar video covering Konosuba and/or Slimy Boy. Shout out to my patron, and thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you next time. Also check out my video on Grimgar. I spent a lot of time making it.